Okay, here we go for Game 2 of this Best Out of 3 series. Again, from the CPL tournament that was played in China, we're gonna have another intense battle, TVT mirror matchup between these two very exciting Terrans. And speaking of exciting, if you guys missed Game 1, go take a look at it. It was pretty action-packed, back and forth action, very interesting to watch. I would totally recommend it. I think it's totally worth your time. I'm hoping for the players to bring some of that, more of the same, to this Game 2. And we're gonna have, again, spawning on this top left position, this purple Terran. It's QXC, a member of Team FXO, American player currently living in Korea. I think he's staying there for at least 2 months now. And well, he's been having some interesting results, especially the ones on GSTL were pretty cool. And it feels like he's trying to evolve his game, to step it up to the next level. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to reach the Korean pro standards, to be on par with the top Korean pros, but apparently he's working that way. Obviously, he needs to keep playing and he needs to stay in Korea. Play amongst the best, play on that ladder and on the tournament scene. Do not leave Korea, because if you want to just max out on your skill, you need to stay there. It's the place to be, very competitive, cutthroat with a lot of quality players. There's no better place in the whole world for you to evolve your gaming. He's going to be facing against one fine Korean pro gamer, in my modest opinion. Amongst the top ones, we're going to have, spawning on this bottom left position, the light blue teal Terran. It's Marine King, a member of Team Prime. Solid Terran, already achieved several finals of the GSL, though he never won any. A bit frustrating, I know, but still a sign of quality and consistency on his game. And well, this is Game 2, spoiling it a bit for whoever haven't watched Game 1. Marine King is winning 1-0, meaning that QXC needs to win this game or it's bye-bye series. Let's see if that's the case or not. Let's follow the build. For now, here on Marine King's side, quite interesting. He went for gas first, so he's already massing up, stacking up on the gas. Usually it's a sign that you want to tech up fairly fast on the early stages of the game, so seems like that Marine King might be heading that way. At the same time, he's trying to wrap up his wall off here, finish it off. Still a gap there. The barracks is getting almost finished, and at the same time, oh, there it is, factory showing up, so he's already now walled off. There's no chance for any scouts from QXC to advance into his base. And meanwhile, on QXC side, he has one racks, didn't wall off from what I can see. He has only this supply depot here, and that's basically it. And he also established a depot here on the top right north of his main base, probably to be used as a motion detector, a way of spotting drops and banshee harass if might happen in the mid-late game, and for him to have at least like 4 or 5 seconds to react. It's a pretty good positioning there. But as you could see, QXC arrived here with his SCV, not able to enter the base, but all the production facilities are here right in front of him. Barracks into factory, now with the reactor. I was wondering if he would be planning into any kind of switch, but doesn't seem to be the case. He's gonna pump out plenty of Marines out of these racks with the reactor and getting some Hellions out of his first factory. Meanwhile, on QXC side, as we can see, he's going for the racks into a factory as well. Finishing a tech lab there. Not sure if there's going to be any kind of switch. Oh yeah, there it is. So we're going to have Hellions coming out, streaming out of this factory, I'm assuming, and taking care of that infernal pre-igniter, while at the same time he gains control of the Zanlaga watchtower closest to his opponent's base, making sure that he's going to be able to control and spot all the movements coming out of Marine King's base. Nice positioning there. This single Hellion had to be pushed back, while the forces from MarineKingPrime keep stacking up here on where it's supposed to be his natural exo. Still not much, but seems like he might be preparing himself to make a cute little push on the early stages of the game, while QXC goes for the infernal pre-igniter. No signs of this upgrade for Marine King for now. What he did went for was that quick starport, and this is already taking care of some medivacs, so might be seeing some elevator action onto that base from QXC, or the medivac just backing up the few remaining bio forces that the Marine King has. There's not much for him to heal actually at the moment, but it's going to be awesome to make some drops later on. So we have some different ways, different ramifications to these builds going for both Terran players, with that infernal pre-igniter getting almost finished for QXC, and at the same time they're going to meet up here in the middle of the map with a single Hellion from QXC getting caught by 3 Hellions from Marine King, now finally arriving the main base and starting to get defended. Marines coming out to help out the Hellion force, trying to defend against this aggression, those flames roasting several of that Marine force, and now we're going to have that Hellion entering the main base from QXC, and this might spell trouble. It's a small force from Marine King, but as you can see at the moment QXC only got 2 Hellions, that's basically it, and 1 Medivac against 9 Marines, 1 Viking, 1 Medivac, and 1 Hellion. So this is going to be really troublesome, with QXC trying to defend, pulling a lot of SCVs to contain the aggression. More Marines coming out here from the back, but the Hellion that come out was able to roast them and forcing Marine King to pick up the remaining Marines into his Medivac and run away, escape. Well moved by Marine King, heading back home. It seems all of his units are directing towards south now, getting back into the main base. Now seems like he's gonna change his mind once more, and this Viking, this Medivac is gonna head that way to try to attempt to drop one more with the Viking escort that is shooting down the Medivac from QXC. Not good. I think that QXC might be losing that one with the Medivac just attempting to make a drop, but a Marine instantly waiting for it, and this Medivac is gonna go bye-bye. There it is. Well done by Marine King, destroying that Medivac from QXC and now escaping as fast as possible, because QXC has its own Viking and is going to start shooting down at this Medivac as well if he has the chance, if he has the opportunity. Meanwhile, inside the bases, as you can see here, we already had Tech Lab. He's starting the research on his Infernal Pre-Igniter. At the same time, we have this battle ensuing here with the Marine King's Viking still alive and kicking with only 1 HP. That was a very close call, and with all of the forces from Marine King just massing up inside his main base and preparing to expand, with the command center getting built, followed by another factory. So we're incoming the mech, something that is getting very popular onto the TVT builds currently, and the Banshee already flanking all the way to the right and now gonna go all the way up north, trying to just be able to enter his opponent's main base without being noticed, and the forces from QXC arriving here again into the main door on the main base from Marine King, but it's firm tight shut, no chance for him to enter. For him to enter, he's gonna have to start focusing his fire on the buildings and just try to burn it down, but this is gonna take ages, gonna take a millennia for him to be able to, with the blue flames, just roast down all of these buildings. Still, we do have Marine King even landing his Vikings to shoot down those Hellions, shooing them away. Now the rest of the remaining Hellion forces from Marine King coming out to help out the Vikings, and we have a very peculiar battle here in the front of the main base from Marine King, finally thwarting the aggression, incoming a switch. So with that Tech Lab already available and being ready to attach another factory, I think you're gonna have that standard unit composition Hellion Siege Tank coming out for MarineKingPrime, while on QXC side 2 racks as well, 3 racks, and it seems like he's gonna make a switch so he can pump out Hellions and Siege Tanks at the same time. And meanwhile, we do have a Viking coming out and the Banshee arriving here on the base of QXC, taking a look around, trying to flank, but it already got spotted. And let's see if this Banshee will be able to stack up onto any kind of kills, any kind of proper kill count. For now, a single Raven trying to pursue it, throwing a lot of turrets to shoot it down and not allow it to rack up as many kills as possible. Nice flanking maneuver. Marine King trying to get a nice spot there, a sweet spot where the turret doesn't reach him and he can just shoot down some units, but seems like that this Viking is gonna finish off the Banshee. So I think he had like something like 4 kills, and at the same time in the middle of the map, Marine King landing his Vikings once more to shoot down the Hellion forces from QXC and now pushing ahead. Those Vikings on the ground, it's really awkward, especially with them being the tip of the spear, like leading the charge. It's very awkward, but they're just focusing the fire on those Hellions, trying to put out a nice damage on the Hellion force from QXC, and as you can see, they're just slowly grinding them down, but the blue flame was just able to roast all of the bio forces that Marine King was throwing up north, to finishing off the forces from QXC and the resistance that he keeps showing since the beginning of the game. Oh, forcing QXC to take all of his SCVs out of that base, out of his natural expo, interrupting the works there. The economy is gonna get a big hit, as you can see. Even on the worker count, there's a massive difference, and there's a massive battle ensuing here. Siege tanks trying to finish off the remaining Hellions that are roaming around the main base of QXC and roasting so many drones of that mineral line. I need to take a look at the kill count, but this is getting complicated. I can't do everything at the same time. Let me just take a look here. As you can see, Marine King has his economy just thriving. A lot of workers, 41 against 22 at the moment. Inside his base, we have just starting, ooh, an armory, pretty cool. But let me take a look at the workers lost. Ow! Pain, 26 against 3. Big hit, and this is gonna hurt QXC's economy so much. He's gonna be so delayed. It's obvious, you can state there here on the economy is falling way behind, and obviously Marine King will try to take as much profit as possible from this. We're gonna have another small batch of Hellions advancing towards Marine King's base, but not sure exactly what he feels like doing with this. Well, maybe entering that line there, the mineral line, might be an option. For now, roasting the Hellion forces that were coming out of the main base from Marine King, and gonna focus fire on all of those mules on the mineral line, roasting several of the workers. Nice shots, but not enough, not even close to what I'm pretty sure QXC would be wishing to get, not even close. And at the same time, as you could follow on the pip screen, you had another drop ensuing here on the main base, roasting more and more of the workers. Notice that there's basically nothing left on this mineral line. QXC was forced to escape with as many of his SCVs as possible, and at the same time we see Thors coming out for QXC, so seems like he's just getting ready to advance and just bring those massive robots to the front line to destroy the opposition that Marine King has been showing since so early in the game. That aggression that he's been throwing from the first couple of minutes has been just tremendous, and he's been relentless, being aggressive towards QXC's opening and build. For now, we're gonna have QXC streaming down south, Vikings, Banshees, Hellions, all of them trying to arrive here on the Natural Expo from Marine King. Hopefully Marine King will be able to react because he has a lot of workers here. Here comes Marine King's defenses with plenty of Hellions, siege tanks by the pile, they're even cluttering the place, they can't move properly, and the Raven trying to land some turrets to fend off the air assault, the aggression made by those Vikings and Banshees. Very well positioned turrets, stopping the advance, stopping this push by QXC, and now QXC trying to find another entrance, another vector of entrance into the Natural Expo from his opponent, destroying a lot of the workers on this mineral line, and at the same time on the pip window you can see the push done by Marine King. So basically they're having a trade-off at the moment. Vikings landing here, focusing the fire on this supply depot. The Banshee is almost killed, but not yet exactly. So many workers got killed, and now finally the forces from Marine King arrive to save the day, but there's already a lot of damage being done. Notice the amount of siege tanks, they can't even move properly. Focusing the fire on that Viking finally killed. There's still a Banshee left, and there's nothing here to shoot this Banshee down. So this Banshee already on 11 kills is going to be able to rack up so many kills on this mineral line and any units that Marine King will be able to send here. Marine King needs some kind of anti-air on this position. He's just allowing his opponent to destroy and rack up as many kills as he feels like it, while at the same time he attempts a push all the way up north that we've been following on the pip, and well, nothing else going on. As you can see, 18 kills, 19 kills, Hero Banshee just hurting the economy for Marine King so much, and finally, whoa, the Thor showed up and just blasted away with those javelin missiles into the Banshee. Not even dust was left after that blast, my god, with Marine King instantly dropping 1,000,000 mules on his Natural Expo and boosting his economy once more. QXC trying to gain map control again with 4 Hellions staying there. Let's take a look at the units composition once more. 2 siege tanks, 1 Viking, 2 Thors, 6 Hellions for Marine King. On the QXC side, we have 1 Raven, 1 Marine, 3 siege tanks, and 4 Hellions with 1 Viking. Not sure if it's enough. Those Thors are going to be tipping the scale in favor of Marine King, I would say. They're going to be able to go through this mech force quite easily. Here they come, blasting away the Hellion force. Now 2 siege tanks and 2 Thors is a massive force at this moment of the game. As you can see on the supply, there's a big difference, 79 against 46. None of the players was able actually to mess up some big armies, and QXC forced to GG once more of the game, and like this is going to lose the series 2-0. But like I was stating, in no moment of this matchup you had like massive forces clashing. They weren't even close to maxed out, and these small armies kept battling, clashing against each other back and forth in guerrilla tactics with a lot of drops and the rest on the mineral lines. That ended up with so many workers killed. Let me just take a look out of curiosity. Yeah, big numbers there, 50 and 38. That's a lot of workers killed on both sides, but from what I noticed during the game, there was a moment there where Marine King had the edge. He killed like 24 workers or something like that, and from that moment on he was ahead and he was able to produce a lot more. As you can see, Thor's out siege tanks out. He was able to defend his bases against the aggression that QXC tried to throw its way. Had the armory here already working on some upgrades. So a pretty impressive play by Marine King. Whoa, 4 factories. Go factories all the way, mech all the way. And let me just take a look here on QXC side. 3 factories against 4 factories. He had the racks there. Starport, anything on this corner? Yeah, he had these Thors as well, and that's basically it. So he was kind of a factory behind, and his economy wasn't as healthy as Marine King, so he was able to put out a much solid army on the final moments of this game. Well, series done. QXC lost 2-0. Again, Marine King Prime beasting out all of his opponents. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. See y'all later.